Welcome back. I'm Zoe, and today we're beginning a new series, and we're focusing on the very first stage of the outside in method. And I call this the presentation pillar. So, over the course of these videos, we're going to look at different archetypes within the presentation pillar. Okay, I want to be very clear before we begin. An archetype is not a personality test. It's not a box to put yourself in permanently. Although I do have a test for you to discover your personality type. Leave that in the comments if you want to take that. Um, but we're not gonna put ourselves in no boxes, okay? And it's not a label meant to define who you are at your core. An archetype is just simply the answer to the question, okay, why do I keep experiencing this? So instead of looking at who you are at your soul level, we're gonna look at the specific presentation gaps that you might be experiencing right now. Hold 1 second. Let me adjust my chair so we can get into it. Okay, along with the presentation gaps that you're probably experiencing right now, we're going to look at the friction points in your life. So, those places where who you know yourself to be on the inside, not really translating to the outside world. And the goal today is not really to teach you a million new things, okay? The goal is simply recognition. The goal is for you to listen and perhaps for the very first time feel entirely seen. That's it. So today we are talking about the first archetype, and I call her the awakening woman. I want you to listen closely and tell me if this resonates with your current reality. Okay, you're experiencing a deep, undeniable restlessness. You look at your life, your career, your relationships, your environment, and on paper, it might look perfectly fine, right? You might even be quite successful by society standards, but inside, you feel a profound sense of friction. You know there's more in you, you know you're capable of a higher level of impact, that deeper level of connection, a more elevated standard of living. But when you look in the mirror, you feel disconnected. That woman staring back at you feels real off. The clothes in your closet feel like they belong to some past version of yourself who you don't even recognize no more. The way you present yourself to the world is no longer matching the vision you hold for your future. You're outgrowing your current identity. You haven't yet stepped into the new one. So you might find yourself avoiding mirrors or hating getting dressed in the morning because every time you put on your old uniform, you feel like you're playing a character. You're putting on a costume for a life that you don't even want to live anymore. So if you're nodding your head right now, then I want you to take a deep breath. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're not ungrateful for the life that you've built, and you're not losing your mind, okay? You're just simply in the liminal space. I call it the in between space. It's the space between who you were and who you're becoming. So, the core problem that the awakening woman faces is that she tries to change her life without changing her presentation. You think, okay, if I just read one more book, take one more course, set one more goal, or work just a little bit harder, you'll finally feel like the woman that you want to be. You may also believe that the internal shift, it must be entirely complete before the external shift can begin. Does that sound familiar? But the first sign of true refinement isn't setting a new goal, but it's really recognizing that the woman that you've been can no longer carry you to where you're going. So, your current presentation, your aesthetic, your posture, your energy, the way you speak, the boundaries you hold, it was really built for the life that you already have, right? It was built for the comfort zone that you're currently trying to escape. So when you try to step into a new level of leadership, a new level of personal magnetism, or even a new level of wealth while wearing the energetic and physical uniform of your past, you create massive internal resistance. You can't become a new woman while you are stubbornly holding on to the presentation of the old one. Think about a snake shedding its skin, right? It don't wait until it's completely, entirely comfortable in its new size to shed that old layer. No, it sheds the old layer because it's too restrictive. It sheds that old layer because staying in it would mean suffocating its own growth. Now, You may be currently suffocating your own growth because you're afraid to change your presentation. You're afraid that if you dress differently, speak differently, or even carry yourself differently, that the people around you will judge you. You're afraid that they will say, okay, who she thinks she is, who she feeling like, right? So you stay small, you stay in that old uniform, and then you wonder why your life isn't changing. This is the gap that you're currently sitting in. You have the internal desire for growth, but you're missing the external translation. You're waiting to feel like the next version of yourself before you start presenting like her. But the outside in method, it teaches us the exact opposite. You don't wait for the feeling. You build the presentation and then the feeling follows. You dress for the woman that you're becoming. You carry yourself with the posture of the woman who's already achieved the goal. You align your external reality with your internal vision. And then you let the presentation pull you forward. So if you've recognized yourself in the awakening woman today, if you felt that spark of recognition, if you're tired of feeling disconnected from your own reflection, if you exhausted from knowing that there's more in you, but not knowing how to make the world see it, then I want you to know that there is a path forward. You don't have to figure out how to bridge this gap alone. You don't have to guess at what your new presentation should look like. This is exactly what we do inside of the House of Zokai Finishing Academy. We don't just give you surface level styling tips. I do the deep strategic work of identifying the next gap between where you are and where you want to be. And we do this work together. I'm going to help you align your external presentation with the woman that you're becoming. Then we help you shed the physical and energetic layers of your past so that you can finally step into your future. We show you how to build a presentation that honors your ambition rather than restricting it. So if you're ready to stop feeling restless and start becoming refined, then I want to invite you to join us. The link to the Academy is definitely going to be in the description below. I want to thank you as always for being here with me today. Go ahead and take some time to notice where you are, where you're outgrowing your old self, and then honor that discomfort, okay? Because that is a sign that you are ready. Now, I'll see you in the next video. All right, ciao for now.